Hello, YTPC from the hinterlands of the YTPC. This is the Gentleman Scholar, and I just came down to put my clothes in the dryer, and I just decided to come in here and do a video. And yesterday, let me turn this around so you can see it. Yesterday, I decided to do a little bit of half-ass pipe restoration, and this cherrywood rop was, it looked kind of used up and battered and banged, so I just threw just couple of drops of linseed oil all over it, rubbed it on, and just let it dry. And I'm not going to say it looks like a new pipe, but it sure as hell looks a lot better. So consider that if you want to freshen up the look of your pipes. Put that there. This is a very precarious. Let's be careful. There we go. There we are. Anyway, how you folks doing? This is the Gentleman Scholar, like I already said. Tis the season. So yesterday, Bill and I were looking at Christmas movies, and he finally found National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It was on Freevee or something like that, so it's free. It had some ads with it, but that's okay. It saved me from having to look at it on Prime or Netflix. Saw that, and of course it's a classic for so many reasons, but one of the things I like about it is like Chevy Chase's like little asides, like bet you're surprised to see me, huh, brother? He goes, Eddie, I could wake up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet and I wouldn't be more surprised. Just those little dry asides like that until he finally flips out at the end when the squirrel's in the tree. Oh no, oh, you're not going anywhere. We're having a nice old-fashioned family Christmas. Laying down the law. Anyway, after that, we went searching for more movies again. There we go, some tampers. Losing it. We'll fix that in just a second. Anyway, I went looking for more movies to watch after that, and we came across A Christmas Story, which is a sequel to A Christmas Story. Hold that thought for a second. And part of the screenplay was written by. Oh, I thought I wasn't recording for a second. Part of the screenplay was written by Peter Billingsley, the little boy who played Ralphie in the original movie. Doing what old man things does and chooching on it a little bit. Keep it going. Anyway, so he was a person who wrote the screenplay, and we're watching it, and it's actually very, very good. First, it doesn't try to compete with the original movie because it's so embedded in our memory, and in Ralphie's memory too. Those are magical childhood days. Rather, the movie deals with Ralphie being a father, and him remembering his dad, really, because the movie opens up where he gets the phone call the old man has just passed away. Ralphie's on working on being a writer, not a very successful one, and he's giving himself till the end of that Christmas to if the dream doesn't take off, he's going to go join the workforce, bring some money into the household. He has 2 kids himself. They live in Chicago, and for Christmas, of course, they go back to the old homestead. Now, again, don't try to compare it to the original movie because it's not going to match it. You have to see this as its own thing. You do that, and it's actually a pretty sweet Christmas movie. There's a couple little, melodramatic daydreams like the original movies had, but they fit the situation. And there's lots of little visual callbacks. In other words, it doesn't lean on the nostalgia too much because that's just cheap. I mean, there are some little nods here and there, and some familiar faces show back up. But the one thing I'm going to say this, and I don't think this is a real spoiler, the guy who plays Flick, the guy who got his tongue on the post, I'm sure we all remember that scene if you've seen it. I love the fact that he's become, now it takes place in the early 70s now, because the original took place in the 40s, so now 30 years has passed. So I love the fact that Flick has become this functioning alcoholic rockabilly dude, and who has this massive outstanding tab at the bar owned by the other guy who dared him to lick the pole. That's all I'm going to say. Watch it. It's very, very cool. You're not going to say, oh, wow, this sucks. It's a nice homage. And especially when Ralphie has to write about the old man. And he went to go write that obituary, and it became its own writing career. And that's all I'll say about that. But just see it. A Christmas Story Christmas came out last year. Beg pardon. Speaking of Christmas, we all have our favorite Christmas songs. And I was listening to some. I have a whole crew that I call Crimball. That's a British slang for Christmas. I have every Christmas song that I like you could ever think of slapped into that playlist on my YouTube music. And there's a couple songs in there I always go to every year ever since I discovered them. I'll link them at the bottom of this entry at the end after I'm done recording this, so you can check it out. We goes from toe-tappingly happy, just like Christmas, from a band called Low. They're Minnesota based, and Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin is a big fan, if that tells you anything, but it really wouldn't. Come on. The second is "Calling on Mary" by Amy Mann. Amy Mann's probably my favorite singer-songwriter. She used to be with a band called Till Tuesday, which I'm sure everyone remembers the song "Voices Carry." Got heavy airplay on MTV. Till Tuesday went on to make 2 more albums, and then Amy Mann went solo, and she's been working that way ever since. Not the cheeriest singer-songwriter, but she's a tunesmith, and she's just good. Her lyrics sound like that she's been reading your diary or reading your journal entries or something. She does not pull any punches. I would almost call her the godmother of. Well, remember that whole female rock thing in the '90s. Ushered in, popularized by Alanis Morissette, or angry women singing about, well, everything, but about how men suck, and they're, just angry chick rock, we'll just call it. We could call her the grandmother of that. We could also call her grandmother of emo, emotional hardcore, because some of those lyrics are pretty damn dark. But "Calling on Mary" is a good Christmas song, if a little down in the mouth. I'll put that through. And the third one, to bring us back up a little bit, is called, of course, now I'm going to have a senior moment. The Apples in Stereo. I'll put it up there, but it's from a band called Apples in Stereo, and it's impossible to get out of your head once you hear it. I'll put those three in the cauldron, the bucket, whatever you want to call it. Discovered a new YTPC guy. Now, can I remember his handle? I think it's Pirate Ship. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I'll put that in the bucket. But just he's like my brother from another mother. He was actually wearing a Flash T-shirt. It was like looking at myself, like I just did a Doctor Who regeneration from him to me, and I was looking at the new reflection. He had a Flash T-shirt on, and tells it like it is. And I love the fact that he swears. Not that I'm a big proponent of swearing or foul language or anything. It's just part of his speech patterns. And he's not afraid to use it. And hey, I don't believe in swearing in mixed company or everything like that, but hey, I think it's a wonderful palette to work with if you need to. And it looks like I'm out. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello. And a Merry Christmas to all of you if I don't have a chance to hop on and see you before the holiday. Tonight, I think I'm probably going to watch Die Hard, of course. Yes, I think it's a Christmas movie, so it's a Christmas movie. And another Christmas movie, which the closest that Star Trek ever came to Christmas, to having a Christmas tale, was Star Trek Generations. I believe it's, if we're going to be numbering it, I believe it's Star Trek 7? It was after Generations, one with the old crew. So this one's, no, wait, I take that back. Star Trek. I think I know this better. Anyway, Star Trek Generations. It's the one that overlaps the two crews. You see a little bit of the old crew here as they're sending off the Enterprise B. And Kirk, Scotty, and Chekhov. They're there to send it off. And I'll leave it there. But it's the closest thing to closest thing to Christmas movie that Star Trek has, and the music is excellent. It feels like it. And it's a universal treatise about time and how we spend it and how we value time and knowing how we spend it, knowing that it's not exactly infinite. It's not an infinite resource. Okay, we're going on 14 minutes and I've chatted long enough. I just wanted to say hello. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. Joyeux Noël. And we'll speak to you soon. À la prochaine.